Welcome you my great and wonderful viewers. A lot is happening in the political zone as the governor of Plateau State burst everywhere open in this video. He exposed a shocking court testimony that shakes the nation. In this video, he was initially sent off the office due to some one or two that happened during the election, but after reclaiming his seat back as the governor of the state, Shane Okinbaloye had an interview with him, and during this interview, my people, this governor said a lot of things about the judiciary, about what transpired in the court. Apart from Nigerians suffering from bad governance, such as Mr. President himself, he said the judiciary and the security agencies in Nigeria, such as the Nigerian police force, are heavily involved in the setback that this nation is facing. As the slogan of the year, no grief for anybody, this governor did not relent in his effort to reclaim his office as the governor of Plateau State. And he also said about the terrorism that has faced the country, that he exposed a lot of things about the insecurity in the country, that there are a lot of people that knows about it, and he said everything in this video. He exposed them. He said those people that are involved, he exposed them in this video. My people, share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share it, like it, give it a thumbs up. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Welcome to Nagipur Judiciary.
The whole of crime scene
is happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happiness in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome you to Lajipok TV show, where we bring you political gist, celebrity, and religious gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do well to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trending gist. After the shenanigans that played out before making Bola Ahmed TINUBU the president of the nation, Kenneth Okonkwo, the Labour Party lawyer, made a statement in his interview and said that most of the lies and false statements and testimony given in court are actually caused by some of the corrupt lawyers and judges. And he also said if you should look at the brighter side of this issue in Nigeria, if a party wins a case through the court, the party will say that the judges did well, they did well in their jobs. Well, but if it's the other way around, that's when you will see when the judges are being castigated. Governor Caleb of Plateau State said in this video that the justice of the court are actually trying to reclaim their lost glory, because he was never scared or had a troubled mind during the hearing of the election case and what that might have transpired during the Plateau election. He said that there are a lot of issues or cases that are not even supposed to be taken to court, but since they see that they can actually use lawyers to manipulate their false testimony in the courts, that's when you will see most of these cases are found in the court. Just take the 2023 election for an example. There were videos that circulated a lot online where APC members didn't allow most Nigerians to perform their civic rights, their duty as the citizen of the country. A lot of evidence is tendered, but at the end of the day, a whole lot of justice were bought so as to satisfy the president of the nation. Though we have those that actually voted for Mr. President, but why were the evidences tendered against him not acted upon? It's obvious because of the corruption that has flushed through the judiciary. Governor Caleb said lawyers or justice that gives fake testimonies or brings documents to ascertain their claims, their fake documents to buttress their points, and justice that passes judgment on claims that are very obvious to be false should be given some penalties due to this shenanigans. And believe me, my people, if the judiciary can be tamed based on these errors, and our security agencies, all this corruption can be tamed to an extent, my people, stay back and watch. See what this governor said in this video. It will shock you, my people. We'll be right back.
A huge relief, a huge burden. A huge relief because it has been a torturous process. Having to go through litigation after you have been sworn in is not the best of engagements, full of uncertainties, and we thank God that finally today it was brought to an end, because litigation is not a necklace to wear perpetually. It has to come to an end, and we are glad that today it finally came to an end. So in that sense, it breeds a huge relief. But again, seeing the kind of excitement the judgment has generated, it again tells me that you carry a huge burden. And that is a burden not to be taken lightly. And by the grace of God, we'll trust God for his grace to not only carry that burden, but to discharge it effectively. Certainly those thoughts will cross the mind. But as I'm talking to you, my family is still where I have resided since May 29. And I had always believed that the law was on our side, that God has been on our side, that the Supreme Court would do the needful, and therefore we did not panic. Therefore we didn't lose confidence in the institution of the judiciary, in the personalities of the justices, and therefore we managed it better than you think.
Yeah.
The law has never been unambiguous. The issues canvassed in my case were anchored basically about the issues of nomination and sponsorship of candidates, which is not within the jurisdiction of tribunals. The other issue had to do with a purported disobedience of a court order, which was a contrived lie that was packaged and sold to the Court of Appeal, and it fell for it because there was no court order that was disobeyed. And today I'm glad that the Supreme Court made appropriate findings that every court order that was given had been obeyed, and that the Court of Appeal strayed beyond the boundaries of its jurisdiction in saying that I was not properly and duly nominated by my party.
So, I mean, in all of this, do you think this, for some reasons, under the Bola Tinubu dispensation, there is some kind of hope in the system, in the climate, about what the judiciary had delivered today?
Yes. In my first interaction with the press, I did make that point. For an African president not to intrude into the political space, we must say kudos to Mr. President.
You think he did not?
I think he did not. If he had used, the Nigerian president is one of the most powerful presidents. And if he decides to use his powers wrongly and intrude into the political arena, he could unsettle a lot of things. But today, I believe, he allowed their lordships to do their work, and they did it according to the dictates of conscience and according to law, and I'm proud of them.
I mean, for those who have lost hope in the judiciary, who thought that the judiciary is being on the market and on the rack for sale, what do you have to say?
That is exactly what the Supreme Court did today, to show that the judiciary justice is not for sale. I wish you were in court, Sherwood, to hear some of the comments of their lordships. First of all, what they said today, a lot of the cases that went wrong, which were corrected today, shows that there is a wake-up call for both the bar and the bench. There are many cases that ought not to have gone to court. They were taken to court by lawyers, and I think we need to address that. Maybe there needs to be some penalty for those kind of mischievous cases which are abuse of court process. There must be a sanction. And it is that gives the judges the latitude, the platform, to also be able to misapply the law. The political parties also have a role to play. When the political parties don't do their homework and leave loopholes, disobey their own rules of engagement, disobey their own constitutions and guidelines for elections, then they open the window for lawyers and the courts to be able to misbehave. And so it also means that the political parties have to ensure that the processes, their internal processes, are fair and just, and they are very transparent. If not, we'll continue to have this vicious cycle of very laborious litigations, which are very energy sapping and distracting from the purpose of governance. Nothing to fight over. Sherwood today has brought the judicial process, like I said, to an end. I am the governor of Plateau State, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. And my responsibility is to run the state efficiently for the benefit of all. I can tell you that there are so many benefits that have come out of this perverse judgment at the Court of Appeal. One of it is that it has expanded my knowledge of people and the state. It has expanded my knowledge of the dynamics of Nigerian politics. It has expanded my depth of knowledge about the dynamics of the workings of the judicial system. And I can tell you that what it has done for me is that it has brought out in me some positive energy that we can be able to change the Nigerian system. Today, I've always been an incurable optimist that Nigeria can change. And today, with what I saw in the Supreme Court, it raises that hope further. That if the Supreme Court can get it right, the judicial system will get it right. the administration of justice we will get right. It therefore means we can cascade this into other spheres of our national development. I believe that with a lot of the things that are happening now, some of the drastic corrective measures Mr. President is taking means that change is possible.
So you believe in what Bola Tinubu is doing?
Oh, why not?
Have you met with him? Did you discuss your case with him?
Nothing unusual. Of course, he's aware. As the president, he's aware of all.
What was his comment about the matter?
I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck.
He never tried to help.
Well, in what way can he help?
He's the president.
He is the president, but he is not the judge. That's what I said. That's what I'm commending Mr. President for the deliberate decision not to intrude into the judicial space. It takes a great restraint for a good leader to restrain himself when he knows that he has the powers that can be able to distort a system. And he says, no, I'm not going to use it. I would rather allow the system to sort out itself. And I think that is good for our country.
One thing that is of concern to a whole lot of people, either they're from Plateau State or not, or they're from the north central region of the country or not, is the insecurity. The security situation in the state is almost 200 communities across 3 or 4 local government areas, including Manga, your local government, Bozo local government area. And there are a lot of people who are worried that what has really gone wrong. In fact, there are those who are saying that this is a deliberate act to take over the land because of the people of the state, because of the natural resource they want to get, because there are those who are of the opinion, the theory is that as soon as they take over, they chase the people out. Few weeks after, you see the mining of natural resource in that land, not concluded, but these are some of the theories that people have. But in the interim, what comes to your mind? What do you think is at the heart of these very crazy, violent idea of killing innocent people in their beds in the middle of the night and chasing them out of their communities?
Thank you, Shewood. When a lion tests blood and you don't kill the lion, it is going to go after more humans. And this is what has happened in Plateau and perhaps much of the North Central, where these criminal activities began over 2 decades ago, and they were treated with kid gloves, and they kept snowballing and kept subdividing. The dynamics kept changing. Today it is a multifaceted, hydra-headed problem. It will not be far-fetched that there are land-grabbing interests involved in this matter. It will not be far-fetched that we also have criminals who have lost humanity and therefore can be able to shoot a 3-year-old baby, for example, with a gun at close range, and how the baby didn't die only takes God as a miracle worker to have preserved that child. Where you macheted a 5-year-old boy for no just cause, it shows a loss of humanity. I'm worried, Shewood, that it looks like, to some degree, even in Nigeria, our values have been so thoroughly eroded that we've lost our humanity in many respects. And today, we have allowed criminality to thrive. What I can tell you we're dealing with on the plateau and the attacks in the recent past are pure acts of terrorism. And the earlier we dealt with it as acts of terrorism as a state, not Plateau State, as a subnational, but as a Nigerian state. We deal with it as an act of terrorism. We will not be able to apply the hammer with the full weight we can bring to bear on this monster. It's a big monster.
Are these known terrorists?
Yes and no.
Are they aliens? Are they non-Nigerians?
I believe that the sponsors of the terrorists, the financiers of the terrorists, that those who arm the terrorists, that they are known. And the security agencies know them. If they don't know them, they have the capacity to know them. And that is why we're insisting that the security agencies must do their work, which is to protect lives and property. And when they recruit unknown persons, when you hear about unknown gunmen, Oftentimes, a few have been caught, and truly, they don't appear to be from any part of this country.
I mean, I can imagine that as a former local government chairman,
Yes.
In Manga, for example, Mangu, sorry,
Yeah, right.
you have an idea, a native local intelligence that you get from the people.
Very well, very well.
And when you say that these are terrorists that are being sponsored and these people are capable of being known, you yourself as the chief security officer of the state should have an idea. Who are these people? Can we name to shame them? And the Nigerian people will know the terrorists that are terrorizing our nation? Is it possible?
Well, it's possible, Shehu. It's a collaborative effort. I do not have the tools of coercion to be able to catch these people
But do you know
and bring them to
Do you know these people?
Even if I do, my duty is to transmit my knowledge to the security agencies because they have constitutional responsibility to investigate, to arrest, and then sometimes, of course, when they have done that, I as governor now, under my Ministry of Justice, we can be able to prosecute in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Justice. So it's a collaborative effort. We must share information and knowledge. Some of the things are very sensitive, and therefore you cannot just spill it out in the media. You must be able to engage the appropriate authorities if it is going to bear the much needed fruit.
But are you thinking of alternative measures yourself? The police and security agencies are not within your control, and you can only give your authority, assert your authority as prescribed by the Constitution, but you do not control them. The police, the IG controls the police. The NSCDC is controlled by their controller, and all of that. There are other states in this country that have developed vigilantes, that have developed local security and the watches that will help the security architecture in the state. Are you thinking of this kind of alternatives?
It will interest you to know, Shehu, that Plateau State was the first to be given authority by the then President Goodluck Jonathan to start what today people know as the Amotekun in Southwest. The former Governor Jang started what you call the Operation Rainbow, which politicians mischievously said it was a militia he was building. And unfortunately, that platform of security management was not well utilized in the last 8 years. And we're trying to bring it back. Everything we're doing is in the open. We are trying to, like you said, mobilize the local vigilantes and hunters so that they can defend their communities. But we are doing it very transparently. We are getting the police and the civil defense to give them some trainings so that they can be able to safeguard their communities. If we don't do that, we are going to allow people to resort to self-help, which is dangerous.
Do you think there is a competition for control of natural resources in your state?
Oh, sure. Why not? It's natural, like you said it. Once there are resources, people will be interested in harnessing them. And if you don't do it lawfully, you will do it unlawfully.
And those who are saying that there should be a law to allow some Nigerians to carry arms, to bear arms to defend themselves, do you think, if you see the pain of the people bearing the citizen in your state, do you think for a moment that there's a need for that kind of situation?
Well, sometimes the call is inevitable, but as a governor, I will tell you that you cannot allow arms in the hands of people without some form of regulations. It is necessary to regulate. It is necessary to have some form of control. It is necessary to have a reporting back system so that people do not misuse the license to bear arms. We must be able to balance things at any point in time so that we don't descend into anarchy.
All right. But you are resolute to fight back.
Oh, sure. Our people, I don't have an option. Our people are determined to fight back.
So we no go green situation right now.
If the option is that if you are pushed to the wall, it's either they kill you or you push back. There are no two ways about it.
The people of Plateau say that resolute, that they will not stand at roof and being killed by.
No, certainly the people of Plateau, their spirits are not broken, of even despite the attacks that they have come under. And I can assure you, because of the confidence they have in people like us, and the confidence therefore they can have in government, they are waiting to see what government can do. But we are assuring them that government will not fail them, so that they do not take laws into their hands.
On the final note, Governor, there are a lot of casualties, those whose fate were determined by the Court of Appeal, federal lawmakers, and all what have you. How do you feel for them right now?
Very sad, very sad. Let me tell you, Shehu, that happening at that level of our judicial system not only caused pain, it caused death. And today, the plans and projections many people had for 4 years have been truncated. And so a lot of dysfunction has come into the system. But today, Shehu, all I want to do is like the day a 4th division team in FA defeated a Man City football club. And therefore I want to savor the joy of today, and we will then be able to think of what the remedy will be.
My people, you could hear from what he said from this video. He said most of the terrorism we are facing in this country are known people and are financed by known people. And he also said that the only issue here is that who and who will come out to say who are sponsoring them. If you should check Nigeria now, apart from the politician and the judiciary, another problem the citizens of this country are facing is the bad security system, which he actually talked about. If you should check the bomb blast in the northern parts of the country, the army of the country said they actually detected terrorism amongst the citizens and still decide to bomb them, even with the citizens that are supposed to be protected by them. My people, in this kind of situation, many Nigerians should not relent and subject themselves to any form of human rights violation from this government, security agencies, and whatnot. My people, do not forget to share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. And if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, please do well to click the red subscription button, and do not forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you when next we drop a trending video. See you in our next video.